World. Talk to me about this story because we have werewolves, of course, but also the city is giving me Purge vibes, getting ready for all this as well. So, how
Yep.
did you kind of see the story?
Yeah, we've been talking about this all day. This is how I first saw it. I saw it like Purge meets Werewolves. Um, and I've said it a couple times. When I first read the script, I said it's a little too close to the Purge. We got to kind of do some different things here. But I say that in the best way. Like, I think people love the Purge movies. People who love these kind of movies. And I think this delivers the thing, if not more, with the werewolves. And they're practical werewolves. It's not, nonsense, not that it's nonsense, but we've seen so much CGI in the past 10 years or so. It's just kind of a fresh take on an old school, good old werewolf movie.
And, we grew up on 80s werewolf movies too, and all those great stuff as well. So, what was the first time, your first thought when you first got a chance to see some of these practical werewolves?
Yeah, man, they were on set. They're performers. They're not just guys in suits. And by the way, the guys who made the wolf suits are the best in the business. So I was stunned. Like, there's these 7 foot wolf creatures, and there's several of them. There's like a bunch of them. So I was like, wow, this is, you know what? For a movie that's not a giant studio $200 million movie, they really thought about this. And I said, man, this is going to be exciting. I don't know how we're going to execute it, but it's going to be exciting. And it was. It was real fun to make. Having the real wolves had a certain element that made it even scarier for us when we were doing it. And when I watched the film for the first time, I was blown away.
No, it's just a ton of fun. I do have to ask you though. We're gonna run out of time before I get a chance to get to anything else. But I do want to ask you though. Loving you as Rick Flag Sr. So many things there. What was a conversation with James Gunn like about that arc? I mean, we got Peacemaker, we have Creature Commandos, Superman.
Yeah,
How did he kind of explain that arc? Because it's cool to have an arc like that, man.
yeah. Gunn is a singular human being, and he's a singular talent, and now he's running DC Studios. But he called me and he said, "Listen, Grillo, I told you this before." He said, "I got something big. And when I call you, I just want a yes." And so he called me. Him and Peter Safran called me and said, "This is what we're thinking about, blah, blah, blah. You're going to cross over." He said, "I'm going to send you some scripts." I go, "I'm in. I'm in. I'll tell my agents I'm in. Whatever the money is, the money is. I want to be part of the embryonic state of DC Studios." And it's been a trip. And I think people are going to love everything this guy's doing.
You know what, though? I think you guys are a match too because every one of his characters has a humor to it as well, which I love about a lot of your
Yeah.
characters too.
Yeah.
There's always a humor to it. Even if it's a bad guy, there's a humor to it as well. So where did you find that? I mean, in Rick in your version of Rick, I guess.
Gunn writes everything. I don't change a word, not a single
Right.
word. And by the way, he doesn't really want you to. The guy is amazing, right? But my approach to it all is like his approach is like everything in life, whether it's whether you're grieving, whether you're in a traumatic situation, we're always finding something to joke about to kind of ease our pain a bit. And that's my approach to everything. It's my approach in my real life. It's my approach in my work. It's like find the levity, not the ha-ha laughs. Just find the levity. And I find that people connect to that a lot.
Fantastic. Well, from werewolves to everything else in your life, we look forward to seeing it.